So I just saw this video on Instagram that I really want y'all to see. And I screen recorded it because it's this older man talking to his daughters, or his daughters talking to him about love and about how he has never had a broken heart. So watch this. And then I'm going to give y'all my thoughts.
How do you handle a broken heart without killing the person?
I never had a broken heart.
You never had a broken heart?
No, anybody, I would call that person with a broken heart a little slow because you couldn't get that deep with anybody. You know, if you get a broken heart, 9 times out of 10 it's your own fault.
Why is that? If you with someone and you love them and you want to spend the rest of your life with them and they don't want that, they say they change their mind and they don't want to be with you and they leave you and they break your heart.
They wouldn't break my heart. I'd be glad. You want me, I want you. If you don't want me, I don't want you either.
But it's not that simple.
It is simple for me. I don't know about you.
For some of us, it's very simple.
You deserve a broken heart.
Dad, but your daughters have broken hearts.
Right. We've had broken hearts before.
When?
Me and Cheryl.
He said when?
Well, it's your fault.
What?
Your fault. If you let yourself go into somebody's that deep, you're going to get a broken heart. You deserve it. That'll teach you a lesson. I bet you'd be hard now for sure to get a broken heart.
I know.
That's true.
Ding, 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 ding.
How do you handle a broken heart without killing the person?
Now, there was a lot of people in the comment section that did not like what this dad had to say to his daughters regarding falling in love and having a broken heart. But I gotta be honest, and I don't like to blame everything on your zodiac sign because we're all individual peoples. Zodiac signs are a good guide, but they're not, we're still individuals with our own individual mind. I think certain traits, like me as a Virgo, I'm a very practical and logical person. That helps me see things through the lens of logic, and it helps me not allow myself to lose myself because I just don't think it's wise. I don't think it's smart. But I'm sure there are Virgos who very much lose themselves in other people. But if more women started operating like this, if more women started, adjusting to the things that we see, the things that we hear, the things that we've learned, it would be very hard to control us. It would be very hard for people to continue to take away our autonomy and our rights because you will make wiser decisions. Personally, I'm not saying that there is anything wrong with falling in love. I'm not saying that there is anything wrong with infatuation. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with being a lover girl or something like that. I low-key am a lover girl. I'm just never going to allow myself to make decisions against my own best interest. And even if I do, it is very, very calculated. It is a calculated risk. I will never understand for the life of me how people lose themselves into other people. I will never understand for the life of me how people like people who don't like them. My number one prerequisite for if I choose to deal with someone is if I honestly feel like they like me. And when it specifically comes to men, and really anybody else, I don't know if this might be a character flaw, but you have to like me more than I like you. Because I understand me. I understand how I operate. I understand how I make choices in this life. Personally, for me, love is an intoxication. When people say falling in love, when people say, oh, I'm so in love, I have a broken heart, it does not compute for a person like me. Because I can never figure out how people allow themselves to slip into a place where they lose themselves. And furthermore, love is essentially infatuation. It's a state of intoxication. Would you make financial decisions while you're drunk and high? Maybe some people would. But what I know, when you are in any state of intoxication, eventually you come down. Whether you're drunk, whether you're high, whether you're in love. Eventually things level out and you start to see people for who they are. You start to, understand. I feel like there's a way that you can indulge in these feelings without losing yourself. And for some people that sounds very cold. It sounds very methodical and calculated. But to me, it only makes sense. It's only natural. To me, it's unnatural to lose myself into another person. It is odd to me to like someone who don't like me. The minute you start displaying signs that I feel like you don't like me, I no longer like you. And for some of us, it is that simple. It's not about being cold. It's about choosing. When I choose to be in love, if I choose to love somebody, I get up every day and I choose that. I choose that based on my desires. I choose that based on that person's actions and ability to meet the things that I practically believe is within their reach to meet. Because if I don't believe that the things that I desire and need from a partner you can't reach, I'm not going to choose you. And furthermore, as he said, people are calling him, this is old school, blah, 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 blah. No, this is people who do not let themselves be overtaken by emotion. The best thing you can do for me, if you don't like me, is to leave, is to let me know. The last thing I want is someone who don't like me, who's not feeling me, whether that's a relationship, a partnership, a friendship, whether you be around me and you're harboring feelings about me. Because I'm a notice. So I'm not really worried about that. When something is misaligned, I feel it. I see it. And I'm not the type of person to ignore it. People that lose themselves. And again, I don't think that there's anything wrong with this. I think there are people who are built for that, who are built to be brokenhearted. But as he said, he told his daughter, "Oh, you were brokenhearted? Why? That's your fault. I bet you won't do it again." Some people have to learn the hard way. Some people have to go through the mud in order to understand the lesson. And then there are people like me who simply do not. The biggest favor you can do me is if you don't like me and you leave. Why would I be sad about that? This is what I have told people that I've been in relationships with, and people don't always like it. But I would rather someone choose every day to love me because of my qualities, because of their attraction to me, because of what I bring to their life as an asset. I would rather them wake up every day and choose that rather than choose to be with me because of infatuation. Because infatuation or love will eventually go away. I know my flaws. I know who I am. So I know that I'm not this perfect person. So if you have rose-colored glasses on when you're looking at me, I know eventually that is going to go away. And the longer and the deeper that intoxication is, the harder I will fall in your eyes. So the best thing you can do for me, and I will love you for it. If you want to be with somebody else, go. I'm not going to fuss at you about that. My feelings won't be hurt. My feelings will be hurt if you stick around and pretend. But again, I'm not worried about that because I listen to my intuition. I'm not like a lot of people who don't. But if you don't want to be here, go. That is the best thing you can do for me. And although I may not like it, that may not have been what I wanted, I want you to go where you want to be. Because if it's not with me, I'm good. The only person that can break my heart is me. When I don't listen to myself, when I go against my better judgment, when I allow things to happen to me that I knew better, that is what breaks my heart. Another person does not have the ability to break my heart. Period. And if more women operated like this, and I think that we are getting to a place in that we have to evolutionize. Is that a word? As things change, as we learn, we grow, we develop into new people. But again, do you? Some people are built for that kind of love. I'm not one of those people, and I don't pretend to be. So if you choose to be in a relationship with me, if you choose to love me, you're going to know exactly what you're getting. And it's never going to be a woman who makes choices based off of her emotions. I don't care how I feel. I have emotions just like every other woman. I just will get up and choose to love someone, choose to be with them every day. That is a preference of mine. I want you to choose me because you want to be here. Not because you're experiencing these big feelings that could go away one day when your high comes down.